Greetings, adventurers! I'm Paul Garbanza here with Sunday SideQuest, where we follow the adventures of one of our players and follow their road to adventure. This week we follow the adventures of Ayala, the Dragonborn Druid. She is one of the fans' favorites, and we will follow her on her adventure tonight. What happened to Ayala when she left the party to join Thekla? She walked off into the night, leaving a devastated Kazoo and Echo, and a very confused Hypatia. She followed the messages that a strange tome was giving her. This tome was dropped by a warlock during a bar fight. Accident? Maybe not. But it called to her. It led her to SnogForts, and directly to Thekla, the Minotaur mummy lady. That sounds complicated. She's very powerful. So without further ado, let's get this adventure rolling.
You've got no map for showing which direction you are going.
But why start on a journey if you know where it will end?
And once you recognize,
To anticipate surprise, you'll relish every twist and turn that lies around the bend. Wriggly-dum-da-doo-da-terrio-dee-da-dee-da-dee. There's so much to see beyond the open door. It's outward bound we go. Who knows what we'll find that we've never found before? Adventures waiting further down the road. It's waiting for you further down the road.
All right, we are ready for adventure. My friends, a little bit more backstory. Ayala wandered the streets of Magecroft, following the messages in the tome. She got to one of the final pages, and it led to this.
Are you lost? Alone? Misunderstood? Do you thirst for arcane knowledge? Have a burning desire to blast eldritch power from your fingertips? Do you want to make them pay for what they've done to you? We understand. Lady Thekla welcomes you to SnogForts, School for Wayward Warlocks. Did I hear you psychically say arcane lore? As a student at SnogForts, you'll have access to the largest library of ancient magical tomes in Magecroft. Many are called, but you are chosen. Power comes from within, and also from Lady Thekla's hundreds of years of arcane knowledge. Let Lady Thekla and her specially trained teachers guide you down the path. Secrets of love, eternal life, and power can be yours at SnogForts. Learn magical spells like Eldritch Blast, Advanced Eldritch Blast, and Super Deluxe Double Dog Dare Eldritch Blast, and some other spells. Unlike some schools, ours is 100% trans-positive. Pro-transformation, pro-transmogrification, transubstantiation, translocation, transliteration, transportation, transfixation, and just plain pro-trans. You'll be instructed in the martial arts. The secrets of Mujitsu and Yeet Kune Do will be yours. Unfathomable knowledge is at your fingertips. Don't crawl with the ignorant. Run with the bulls. Come to SnogForts, Thekla's School for Wayward Warlocks.
And she found her way to SnogForts. Well,
So that was really worded like it was a request, like, hey, if you feel like it, come into this school. It will be a lot of fun. So is there still an opt-out option?
No.
Well then.
Yup.
All right. Well, I will make the best of a weird and seemingly kind of bad situation, I suppose. It's good to be here.
Yes. The doors open magically before you, and you, with a heavy sigh, walk in, as if under a spell. Hooded figures come out and kind of guide you into this building. There's a large courtyard in the center. The building actually takes up like an entire city block. It's a large building, maybe a very, very old palace of design long ago. It's been here for quite some time, and maybe it even stood independently of other buildings hundreds of years ago. But now it is part and parcel of the city and inside of Magecroft. And they lead you down into a chamber. Seems to be kind of like a throne room sort of kind of place. And there, surrounded by many warlocks, many hooded figures, Hebel carrying large weapons, but mostly just hoods. Doing their best warlocky pose to look tough and powerful. And that's when Thekla, sitting on a throne in front of you with her little cat, has some, and I'm going to put this in air quotes, words for you.
Welcome, Ayala, to SnogForts. We possess extraordinary amounts of arcane knowledge for you to learn. All of this knowledge comes with a price. I noticed when you came to my party and ruined it. There was a life force with you, a powerful life force, far too dangerous for you to handle alone, my dear. I believe it would be better in my safekeeping. Give me the vial. At least until your level of training allows you to manage it safely.
Are there any assurances that it be kept safe and unused in the meantime?
Of course, she says. It will be in safekeeping, far from where anyone could use it.
I would like to make an insight check.
Go for it.
Clearly I'm going to have to hand this over. I'm not strong enough to keep it, but I want to at least have an idea if she's going to do something weird with it.
I mean, define weird, but sure.
Weird or bad, evil, particularly. I mean, I have kept this thing safe for so long. All right, what does a 15 get me?
Well, you're pretty sure that you feel like she's being mostly honest. Maybe mostly honest. That's pretty much, you're like, as far as you can tell, sure. I mean, you do know it's fairly dangerous. It's kind of explosive stuff. I mean, this is life force. And it is dangerous to be around anything that's perhaps undead or anything like that. She does have a point. But that's about as far as that's gonna.
All right. I will take it and I will
You've
give it over.
You've made the right decision, she says. Which is good, because I had another video if you'd made the wrong decision. This show would have been over.
Oh, no.
Different show. Thanks, everybody, for coming.
I want to live.
she takes it, and you can see that she like feels the life force glow inside of this vial, and it takes her a quick second, but she does hand it off to one of her flunkies, who takes it and like, oh, and they have a little chest for it, and like, and you're kind of like, oh, I'm gonna try to remember what that chest looked like. You're like, okay, that might become important later. So you're like, and they take it away. Yeah, and yes, that is why Ayala was chosen. That's not the only reason she was chosen. She was chosen for so many other reasons. Oh, well, Thekla. And she, you do notice that she never actually moves her lips when she speaks. She just telepathically sends that to you. If you did notice in that video, she just hand gestured a lot. So, she says, well, welcome, Ayala. I believe this pays your tuition in full. Join us.
Quick question: is this like a certification, like a few weeks, or is this like a 2-year program or like a 4-year program?
Just says, you may stay as long as you wish. The knowledge is here for your taking. How fast do you learn?
I suppose we'll find out. I mean, I would like to get through this program at a vigorous and intense pace.
Very well. So she kind of has more other warlocks lead you. She says, we'll lead you to your room tonight. Sleep well. We will gather you in the morning. And they kind of lead you up some stairs, down another hallway. You're like, crap, I don't remember which way we came in. Now they're leading you down another stairway. Now there's another hallway. You're like, actually, tell you what, give me a survival check.
All right. As a druid type person, that should be something that I'm good at that. Excellent. Let's see. 24.
Oh, nice. Okay, so you're not completely lost. You're not completely sure of everything, but you did a pretty good job. I will note that in my records that you're not absolutely lost.
Not hopeless. That's always nice.
They bring you to your room, and they kind of, it's a small room. It's got a little bed, just like a little chair, and that's about it, really. And little chest that you could put stuff in, but you just have what you have, which is not much. And that night, and you are a little exhausted. It's been a long night. You go to sleep, and you have, of course, a very strange dream, as you were in a very strange place. And this dream is Thekla again, kind of telling you that you should move forward with your life and leave your childish behind, your childish beliefs and things like that behind. And you have this image in your head where you see the child of you separates from your body and kind of with a sigh wanders off and disappears.
No, wait. Come back.
And she kind of like, in fact, it's like, it's time to go. It's time to move on, move forward with your knowledge. And of course, that little Ayala runs into some player characters a couple weeks ago. So,
and
she goes
that
off.
Makes it so much darker. What happened? I'm so upset.
Oh yeah, it's Kitty Chaos, you have it exactly right. So yeah, so you're like, and you feel a little different. You feel a little better, actually. You feel like, moving forward, you've definitely like, yeah, this is a good thing. Like, yeah, okay, you know, I'm growing up, I'm getting older, I'm doing things, I'm moving on. This is great. Yeah. And yeah. You wake up.
Has my opinion of being at SnogForts changed? Like, do I now like kind of feel like I want to move forward with this?
Yeah, you're like I think having the knowledge is a good thing, and working on that, you know, yeah, like I wouldn't say that you feel like you're being like mentally driven magically, but you definitely are kind of like, oh yeah, this might be the way to go.
You know what grown-ups do? Deal with the hand that's been dealt to them.
That's right. That's Doc Garplansky. Yes, it is. All right. So let's see. Well, that is the next day where they bring you to a big hall, and this is the hall where there's several other warlocks. As a matter of fact, you look around and there's, you know, there are all kinds, and there's like there's a orc warlock, there's a dragonborn warlock, there are several other, you know, there's humans, there's half elves and elves, and there's a one rather studious looking warlock sitting there. Nobody else is really sitting next to him. The hall is got, you know, 20 some students in it. And also nearby, but with a space between, is another student who is actually a dragonborn, white dragon, and yes, who is totally gothy. And there's a little space right there between them both. How could that happen?
What a coincidence.
What an amazing coincidence.
You know what, they kind of remind me of some friends that I had once. So I'll go over and I'll put my hand on the table between them and see if they look up or notice me.
Okay.
I'm having flashbacks to high school. Trauma.
You can sit there, darling. Go right ahead.
I would love to sit. It seems like you are sitting alone, and maybe you are also new to this warlock school, perhaps?
Well, I am new to
think
this
we
school.
pretty sure we all are. This is like, you know, first level.
This is the newbie room. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, welcome.
What do you think about it so far?
Well, I for one am extremely excited. Like I spent 4 years at a wizard academy, and there was cool knowledge there, but you know, it wasn't just quite clicking. I couldn't quite figure out I didn't feel like my life was really finding purpose. So at the very last minute, just before graduation, I decided to go to a warlock academy instead, and thankfully my parents were able to pay the money. So here I am.
Wait, so you chose to be here?
Oh, very much so.
What about you?
Well, I would have liked it a lot better if they would have let me bring my bats, but they said I could only bring one pet, but there was no way that I could let any of my bats know that I have a favorite. So I had to leave them all, which sucks. Love my bats. But yeah, no, I definitely wanted to come here. Like I just, you know, needed to explore magic more, and this was definitely the way I wanted to.
Oh, they made you choose between your bats?
I know, right? I can't. I wanted to bring all 37.
Ooh,
Well, what if you had a special SnogForts pet that was just for here that the other bats don't know about?
A familiar. Ooh.
That sounds like a lot of responsibility.
More than 37 bats at home?
That's different. Pets and familiars are different.
Well, clearly I have a lot to learn here at SnogForts School for Wayward Warlocks.
So what brings you here?
Well, Actually, there was a book. Well, it goes back way farther than that. But the short story is that there was a book that I picked up that kind of took over my brain for a minute and told me that I wanted to come here. Also, I wanted to protect my friends, and the headmistress Thekla is really mad at them. So I figured if I just came here, maybe I could make things better.
Oh, honey, that's so noble.
Honey, that's a lot.
Yeah, I have some stuff to work out while I'm here.
So while you're talking, the heads of the school are all there, lined up, and of course they're warlocks, so they've got their hoods up, and hoods up, y'all. And everyone shows up. Thekla's there in the big chair, of course. There are several other warlocks on either side of her, and she says, "Welcome, students. It is now time to meet the heads of the households and choose and be chosen for which house you shall follow." And she introduces the leader of House Theseus, is Chimera Kaliskastros Roni. She's like, I said that right, I did. And
Wow.
Who is a large, like, I'm not gonna say like beast from from X-Men, but
Very good.
wait, not like that one. Wait. Kind of looks like that. Kind of like a very large Muppet under a hood. He is the leader of House Theseus. And then she says, and over here we have Belvor Horus, the leader of House Knossos.
Ooh.
And of course, Zebulon Theta, over here, the leader of House Minos, the doers, the workers of SnogForts. And of course, we have our martial arts teacher. It's Atalanta Jason. There she is.
Ooh.
Welcome to SnogForts. I look forward to seeing you all in my class, I suppose.
It's intense.
I think I'm actually excited about that class.
Oh, yeah. So they bring you up. They say, okay, now you will be chosen which house you will go into. Now, the first house, of course, House Theseus, is all about politics and minds and being able to use your charisma to be able to wield power and change people's minds. The symbol of the maze, and it's a big swirl. House Gnosis is all about the power of the books, the library, the knowledge, and the symbol of the third eye. And House Minos, the doers, the people that get things done in the physical realm with magic, with strength. The three houses combined form a powerful triangle that cannot be broken. Now, to divide you out into which house, you will put your hand in the sorting box. And then you will receive which house you'll be in. And one by one, they bring up each student and they put their hand in the box, and you can tell this is not the best thing ever.
No.
Like, the Gam Jabbar.
This pain is in the box, right?
Yeah, pain's in the box. And seared into their palm is one of the symbols of the three houses. And they're like, yay, I'm in House Theseus. Yeah. And one by one, they get their mark. And it's time for Algernon. Algernon? No?
Algernon.
Algernon.
Algie.
Algernon. And you walk up. They have the box. Put your hand in the box.
Okay. Okay. Knossos. Okay. Here we go.
All right. You put your hand in the box. A searing pain rips through your body.
Why? This is a little bit excruciating.
It's a lot of bit excruciating. You feel burning through your entire body, and then it stops. You pull your hand out.
I'm almost afraid to look. Come on.
And it is the double-headed battle axe of House Minos.
What?
Huh?
I mean, yay!
Who knew? Vesha, it's your turn. Oh man, you put your hand in the box. Searing pain rips through you.
I like pain.
There we go.
That's hot.
You don't even move. You don't even break a sweat. I mean, you are Dragonborn, so I mean, sweating is kind of right out anyway. But the pain rolls through your body. You pull your hand out. Nice face. And the battle axe, the double-headed battle axe of House Minos. Huh, go figure. Ayala, it's your turn.
It really seems like there's a better way to do this, like something a little bit more gentle. Also, this seems kind of illegal. Doesn't Magecraft have rules against this?
No, there's absolutely no rules against this in Magecraft. So yeah, well, the old-fashioned way was taking the brand itself, and then you'd actually get branded. This is a little slightly less. Actually, it's a little less. You put your hand in the box, I suppose. Do you put your hand in the box?
Yeah, I'll put my hand in the box.
All right. Pain rips through you. But you take it, and you... Okay, it ends. And yes, indeed, your hand has the double-headed battle axe of House Minos.
All right.
A few more people go, and all of the students there have now been branded with their hand, and you can feel already that you can form eldritch power out through the brand already in such a young way. It's fantastic. They finish up the ceremony. See, now that you've had your house calling to you, you will each take, your leader of your house will take you to the dorm of your house. Now, of course, there are actually three other students that are in the house with you, who have been chosen. So it's about even split. There's 6 in one house, 6 in the other, or 5 in the other, and 6 in yours. And the head of that house, of House Minos, is Zebulon Theta. And he seems to be a jovial warlock. And he says, all right, everyone with me. He raises his hand, and he does have the symbol of the battle axe in his hand. Come, my friends, come. We will start with the knowledge tomorrow, but first we'll take you on a bit of a tour. And he gets his students, takes them with him. Before you leave, however, as all the students are getting up and kind of heading out to their different directions, Ayala, one of the students, purposely bumps into you. And he looks at you and he's like, I can smell the druid on you. Ugh. And you're pretty sure that this person is a necromancer, but also he is in the house of in the house of Theseus. He's like, I can smell the life. Just why don't you go back to the woods, you weirdo? This isn't for you.
Listen here. Seems like maybe I was a little bit in your way when you were trying to move by. Not really sure, but my best friend is a necromancer. I'm not sure what you have against druids, but I know that we are able to get along, and it's a nice balance. Life magic and death magic. We work together. Maybe
not in warlock school. And he and him and his buddies kind of take off, and they're like blah, and they kind of like, and they totally. I mean, they're totally just
wow.
Yeah.
Can I walk up on this and just go, achoo! and then like sneeze little ice crystals at them.
Ah, yes.
Oh, excuse me. Sorry, it's Justy.
Ah. God, you're all weirdos. And they go off with their teacher. And they also Atalanta is also from the House of Theseus, and she goes off with those students as well, and kind of not give you all a dirty look, but just kind of like, yeah, a little eye rolling action before she walks out. Boop. And you make it to the dorm. Go play in the woods. All right. And Professor Zebulon welcomes you all in to SnogForts. Welcome, welcome. If you have any questions, let me know. I am, of course, the head of this household. Now, you, my young students, will need to come up with a name for your, well, we like to call each group of new students a snarl, as that is what a group of minotaurs is called, a snarl of minotaurs. Well, each class, each group is a snarl, and you come up with your own name in good time. You should come up with one fairly quickly. And if you have any questions, do not hesitate to ask me or my assistant, Kendall Norick. And of course, Kendall is there with his hood up, and he pulls his hood back, and he looks at you, Ayala. That is the same guy who dropped his book, who was hit by a table. That was the warlock that not threatened you, but yeah. So that was that guy. That was his book that he dropped, and he's like, "Oh, we've met. We have totally met. Yes."
Right. I thought we killed you.
Oh no, no. You'll learn this little trick, Misty Step. It's a great little poof out. I just poofed out. I just poof.
Great. Well,
Misty Step.
I'm really happy for you. Inadvertently, it seems like maybe you've helped me out. I seem to have an opportunity to get some really good knowledge here and make some new friends who will hopefully make sure that in the future my enemies don't just poof out.
Yes, of course, inadvertently.
All right. I don't know what to say to you. I'm just going to go settle in here because clearly you're a problem that I cannot deal with right now.
It's like, very well. I'm on your side, Ayala. I'm on your side.
Vesha, would you want to maybe be my roomie and, I don't know, find new bats to make our pets or something?
You're so sweet. Yeah, that sounds great.
Who is that?
Well, you see, remember that time I told you I picked up the weird book that led me here?
Mm-hmm.
That guy was fighting my friends and I. They came because I was in trouble with Thekla, and he was supposed to get us to, bring us back to her as a punishment. But instead we decided to fight them, and I thought he was dead, but instead he dropped a book and disappeared, and that was the book.
Oh, honey, your history is fascinating.
If by fascinating you mean getting a little bit complex for me to remember, absolutely. I'm a little bit ready to have a fresh start here at SnogForts and, maybe start with a new chapter when this is all over.
Yeah, I think you can just forget about all that stuff. Everything that's going to happen to you here is going to be so much cooler anyway.
This place does look pretty cool.
I hope so. Should we come up with a cool name for our little group? My old group of friends, they were really into that stuff,
I had thoughts on this actually. I was looking into some of the language of magic arcanically, and I was thinking, and go with me on this one. What about Vespertilio Librum Druidae? which I know that's a little much, but it roughly translates to druids, books, and bats.
Ooh. That's pretty
Maybe
cool.
there's a way to shorten it or something.
It's a little long. What are the first letters of each one of those words?
V and B, VBD? No, VL.
There are 3 other people in your snarl here.
I suppose we should include those.
There's Grox, Leela, and Marta are also here. They're like, yeah. What about us? Hi, thanks. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
I know we're
speaking
NPCs,
of
but hey,
speaking of our house, I wasn't paying attention when they were talking about what all the different houses were. Which one are we in?
Minos?
Right. What's that one about?
Doing
working hard and doing stuff.
Okay. Can I just focus on the doing stuff part?
I have to say, are all of these like book learning type magic things so wordy? Because I swear they were saying so many big words in that presentation. If everything's going to be that complex, I don't stand a chance here.
Oh, honey, you should have seen what Wizard Academy was like. This is a walk in the park.
Ooh.
I can only imagine.
I'm just used to nature magic. It just comes naturally. I didn't have to really study for it. So I'm a little nervous about getting into the swing of things here.
I'm not too worried about it. I can fake my way through pretty much anything, so I think this will be a breeze.
If you have trouble studying, don't worry. Let me know. I've developed 4 separate approaches to studying and memorizing, so you should be fine.
I have a friend I should introduce you to when we get out of here. He was also very good at taking notes.
Oh, good.
So Lila's like, so how about a smaller name? Something we can like yell, like, I don't know, honey badgers, moops, I don't know, something.
Bat? I mean, Vesha seems really into bats.
I mean, the bat is a cool mascot, I will say.
They hang upside down.
When I doodle in class, it's a really good shape to just doodle on things,
We could have like bat, like swords and bat daggers and boomerangs, and we could like all of our equipment could be bat shaped. Nah, that's stupid.
Who would do that?
Nobody would ever like that.
If only I could channel the spirit of one of my other best friends, Kazoo. She was always so good at naming things. If I could just focus and maybe something will come to me from her spirit into my brain.
That's so sweet that like your friend was so close to you, or is maybe, I don't know, so close to you that you guys just have like, you feel like you have a connection with her. That's so cool. I'm sure she's doing great wherever she is.
I really hope so, because the way that I left, she might hate me now.
Oh,
it was really unexpected, and I didn't warn her, and I just kind of ran away. So I hope she's safe and happy, and I hope it was all worth it, even if she does hate me, as long as she's good.
Oh,
Ayala, I've always found that disappearing mysteriously from a situation just adds a lot of mystique to your character, and it makes people think that you're even cooler. So I wouldn't worry about it.
Yeah, I mean, I'm excited for this Misty Step thing. When do you think we're going to get to learn that?
When do we get to learn that?
I am excited about that. Can I be honest? I'm also a little bit excited about this whole Eldritch Blast thing that people are all talking about.
Eldritch Blast.
Yeah.
Advanced Eldritch Blast. Double Dog Dare. Eldritch Blast. The Misty Steppers. Oh my gosh. Okay.
Are we a dance troupe or a warlock clan?
You know what? I just had an idea. what do you all think of the Misty Steppers?
Are we a dance troupe?
Yes.
We could be both. Could you imagine the kind of dance competitions we would win using our Misty Step abilities?
Bring it on.
I mean,
I'm
it
gonna have
sounds
both of
so peppy.
What about some alliteration? You
Gra-
like to be mysterious, so what if we do mysterious Misty Steppers?
That's better.
Yeah, that way it does add a little bit of mystique. Yeah.
How about Misty Lepers?
Ugh. That
That's
sounds
better, but in a different way.
Ooh, what about Grox, who is a half orc? Who he says, "What about Shadow Steppers?"
Ooh.
Oh, yeah,
all
that I
right.
like. Yeah,
Right.
that's cool.
Ooh, Shadow
All right.
Walkers. Is that too Batman?
Well, I kind of like the step thing because it does leave the door open for the dance troupe aspect of the snarl.
Yeah, and Shadow Walkers just sounds like we're zombies or something, and like I'm so over zombies.
I like Shadow Steppers. It's got ring.
Yeah, Shadow Steppers is cool. I dig it.
All right.
mysterious Misty Steppers, M&Ms.
Oh gosh, that's great too. I'm so bad at choosing things.
I think we're going to have a lot of problems getting things done as a group.
So this will be the montage. As you're like every day, you're like, I don't know. What about this?
Hours.
So while you're discussing this, the days go like dreams. You're progressing. You've gotten Eldritch Blast down. Of course, that's kind of like that's step one. The days do seem to slip by, Ayala. Professor Chimera, that was the blue-furred warlock, doesn't seem to like you very much. He's always on you about stuff. You keep setting people on fire. Instead of using your Eldritch Blast, you actually end up using your Flame Breath. And then Vesha like uses her Frost Breath to stop the fire. And so, you know, like it happens a couple times. You're like, Eldritch Blast, and you're like, I'm just gonna fire blast them. And they're like, no, the point is to learn Eldritch Blast. Anyway, so you're doing okay. You're doing well in Zebulon's class, and he does seem to have a bit of favoritism to his own house, to all his students. You kind of like, you seem to be getting by easily. And so Atalanta's class of Mujitsu and Yeet Kundo, once again, you know, she's trying to teach you some things like the Eldritch Headbutt, which is a classic maneuver of Mujitsu. But you just, you know, you get involved and you're hand to hand with somebody, and then you turn into a bear and you just like, rah, rah. And she's like, no, you have to learn the forms, then you can go all out and crazy on the fights. So even though, you know, most of the time you're doing pretty good, you still just kind of lose it occasionally and just so it kind of goes have you this is me trying to see if you've thought of a name yet. Have you?
Oh,
I was just enjoying the exposition. I was not thinking about that.
After every class, you're like, what about this name? No? Okay, all right. Well, what about this?
I still like Shadow Steppers.
I see Mystic Steppers over in the comments.
Ooh.
Oh, yes.
I like Mystic Steppers.
No, Mystic Steppers. All right. Yeah, sure. All right.
All right.
The others will go along with it just fine. The Mystic Steppers. Grand.
And clearly this whole school thing is not really working out for me so far. So that dance group thing sounds really good.
Don't step like the Mystic Steppers.
Watch
Oh,
out.
boy.
Mystic
Oh, no.
Steppers. The Shadow Moop Gang. Ooh. That's a good one. Well, so doing doing in Chimera's class, doing well in Zebulon's class. One day, Atalanta, you come into her class, and
All right. Line up. We do not have time for this today. Line up, line up, line up. We are on a mission that hopefully someone won't keep turning into a bear. So when you are doing the Eldritch Blast, the point of this is that you will never know when you have to fight a pack of hellhounds, a vampire, I don't know, some crazy gnome wielding daggers. You never know what might happen. So the point of this is not to turn into a bear, Ayala, if you can somehow manage that. And we shall continue on with the Eldritch Headbutt. So let's start from the basics. Everyone pair up.
and the class gets together. Huh.
All right. You, points to one of the NPCs.
Right? Oh, and by the way, that guy who was all necromancer and to the druids, his name is Falco Amadeus. Of course it is. And he's got a little gang of people, and he totally squares off with you. He's like, I pick Ayala.
That's fine. Whatever. I do not care. You're going to smash her into the ground anyway. All right. So I need people to pair up. The first thing we're going to begin with is headbutts. Begin.
All right. And
no magic, just headbutts. Go.
He's like, oh, this is going to be great. And Falco just leaps into the air and headbutts you as hard as he possibly can. Oh, but it doesn't seem to do much to you.
I shake it off. I just like tough guy style. Like what?
All right.
Bring it on,
then
Dragonborn.
She'll let this go on. If you want to get a hit in, Ayala, go for it.
All right. So I guess I need to try to headbutt this guy.
Yeah.
And what? All right. So I'll roll to hit.
Yeah, this is basically just a roll to hit. Yeah.
Patreon saints, don't let me fail at Warlock school, okay? Please. It's a nat 21.
You bam! It's actually the first time that you've actually been able to blast Eldritch power from your head, and you lay him out. Wham! And he's like,
did I not say no magic the first time you do it, right? What do? You do magic when I say do not do it.
That's not fair. She cheated.
All right.
I was resourceful.
Shut it. I'm done. I don't know what is up with your little house. They just do what they want to do. All right. What we will be doing then, we're going to move on. What, Basha?
So nothing. I was raising my hand for the DM. I'm going to go back.
I was like, what?
You're perfectly in character. I love it.
And the other students kind of like got around and were like,
don't start. You know what? I have an idea for. Oh, go ahead and ask your question if you need to before I go.
I just want to like very, very stealthily cast message and tell Ayala that was awesome.
All right. Since someone seems to be so eager to get into fight, we shall go into the maze.
The students are like, yeah. Falco and his little gang are like, yeah, all right.
The point of this is for you all to battle each other. The last standing will be the winner of whatever I feel like dubbing you. Let's not kill each other. If you do, that's on your own problem.
Now, you have learned the Misty Step from Zebulon's class, and as a warlock, as a normal warlock, for those of you playing Dungeons and Dragons at home, this is a ability that you would get at a higher level, but the followers of Thekla gain this ability at first level when inside of a maze. So when their opponents are lost somewhere, confused, if there's multiple exits and things like that, you can actually cast this at first level and poof away as a bonus action. So most of the time you don't get killed in a kind of fight. You can poof off.
Yeah. So let's just keep it simple. Keep it to the Eldritch Blast. Ayala, if you can manage to not turn into a bear for 5 seconds, blowing.
Maybe I would do like maybe a little better if I had some like one-on-one teacher-student time. Do you do office hours? Can I come in for extra help or extra credit or something?
I don't do that. All right. So what do we need to do? Falco, I'm assuming that you, with our personal one-on-one office hours times, that you have mastered this. The rest of the house, I'm pretty sure you're good. You little axe people, I just don't have enough time in my schedule. So what we will do is go into the maze. No outside abilities. Try and refrain from it. If you do anything that is not warlock, like I will personally put you into the ground. Any questions? Good. Right. Comments?
Let's do this.
Concerns? There are none. There are no concerns in my class. Let's sit down to the maze.
Ayala, Asha. So technically, I know that in the end there can really only be one winner, but until that point, do we want to like make an alliance, team up?
Yes, definitely.
Yeah, and Grox and Lila and Marta are like, oh yeah, house first, and then our star
then waste,
first,
waste.
Then we can do it. Yeah, let's do this. So actually there's a total of 19 of you. You go down into the maze, and you spread out a little bit, and of course Atalanta has mentioned that there might be some extra surprises in the maze.
Be known that you may not be the only ones in the maze. This is Thekla's maze. Do not be shocked, surprised, or hold back from said surprises that might be lying here for you. Good luck.
Begin.
Go. I'm here. She has like.
So the revolving, moving maze that is in the basement of the palace. There you are in your little squad. You kind of run around a little bit. It is sheer madness as the lights go up and down, and you are fighting each other. But you're actually doing pretty well. Everybody, we're gonna just give me a D20 roll to see how well you're doing for now. I'm gonna roll for our buddies. Oh, okay.
Do we add anything to that? No.
Nope.
Okay.
Nice. All right. You managed to take out one of them, and Grox also manages to take out one of them. And as the walls move around, you see there's like a whole other group of adventurers here in this thing, and they start just blasting left and right. It's a crazy fight, and there's a wall of fire that shoots up as the walls of the maze move up and down and cut you off from each other. And Vesha, you're standing there. You actually come up on Falco, and he is about to Eldritch Blast you. What do you do?
I'm gonna dodge.
I'm gonna dodge. All right. So he. Here come Rusty and Dusty. I get advantage to stir up chaos. Well, indeed I shall, because Vesha, as you feel that Falco has got the drop on you, one of the walls next to you slides down a little bit, and this merfolk person with a trident runs him through, and he misty steps away. And then this merfolk lady turns around and puts the trident through you as well. And you misty step so you don't actually die. but you disappear in a poof. The fight continues, and well, let's see. Well, you got a 21. Oh yeah, Falco's out, and an advantage to Ayala. So Ayala, give me another roll.
Ooh, I really needed that. Thank you so much. All right, 15.
All right, Dark Stuff Garblansky. 15. All right, you managed to survive another round as the swirl of combat goes around. The wall of fire shoots up. This is insane. It's like laser tag with a flamethrower instead of lasers and Eldritch Blast. Let's see. So let's see. Algernon. Algernon.
What? It's like you have so many names you have to remember. You can't remember just one.
I know, right? Oh yeah.
We have subtitles.
I almost forgot all the hellish rebuking that went along. There's a whole lot of hellish rebuke happening. Back and forth. I think there was a buke and then a rebuke and then a rebuke. Tribuke.
We rebuke. Right. Tribuken.
So
a whole lot of hellish rebuke sounds like a song from the 50s with a lot of piano, really fast piano.
All right, so Ayala and Algernon.
Call me Mr. Harper too.
Mr. Harper.
There you go.
Give me another D20 roll to see how you're faring in this massive combat.
All right. Oh. Okay, seriously, I'm not cheating. But
Wow.
I'm keeping this.
It's a whole lot of beeping going on.
He's like, this dice is mine forever.
Ayala, what did you roll?
16.
16. All right. I did indeed roll a natural 21 myself. As you take out one of Falco's guys, he takes you out as well, and it's down to the last one of Falco's little buddies, and his name is Ptah, and it's you and Algernon.
That was it. Yeah.
Algernon. Yes. So let's do this. It's you and him.
All right. Before he does anything, I'm just like, you don't want to fight me. You're my best friend, yo. And cast Charm Person.
Nice. What's your DC?
DC is 13.
No, he just makes it. He's like, yeah, your buddy. Hey, look, I got for you. Oh shoot, John! Before that happens, though,
Van Vliet for the rescue.
John Van Vliet.
He's like, yeah. Oh, whoa! But I still have auto success. But a crit will destroy that auto success. Mm-hmm. So blam! You have made him your friend. The last two standing. What do you do?
Hey, let's work this out. I mean, honestly, how cool would it be if two of us came out victorious? I mean, put her there, pal.
Oh, yeah, that would be great.
Betrayal 5, blast!
You got jammed.
You got jammed.
God, he's so good.
All right, so you blast him. Poof, he disappears in a puff. His robe just falls to earth. And by the way, Jan is coming back next week. That's right. She's going to be in the astral realm. She's going to follow her side quest and see if she can make it back to the prime material plane to Magecroft and for some righteous revenge.
Oh my god.
Betrayed. I mean, betrayed Archie.
That's right. It's gonna be great. All right. So you're like, yes, I did it. You're the last one standing. and that is when that little group of other people that you have no clue who they are, they wipe the floor with you, and you misty step away, but you were indeed the last student to survive. So yay you. And yeah, you've never seen these people before in your life. It was a merfolk. It was let's see, it was a tiefling, right? And then it was a elf, and there was a druid. No, wait, who was there? Oh, it was a gnome. That's right. Yeah,
Did I not see them?
You did not, Ayala. You saw different things. You saw different creatures. You didn't see them at all. Question.
Professor?
Oh.
All right. I'm almost impressed.
A big fan.
A big damn. All right, Algernon, of whatever you are. I suppose you are the last one standing. I am actually impressed by the betrayal that you did there.
Thank you.
I am quite impressed. You know what? I have some leftover office hours for you later. I can squeeze you in between Thekla and his friends.
Professor?
Yes.
Well, that's wonderful. Thank you very much. I'm actually doing okay. I think I got a handle on the book stuff and everything. Could Ayala use my office hours?
It's unavailable now. All right, continue. All right, everyone. We're going back upstairs. And let us move on with ourselves and get dusted up and cleaned up. And we shall discuss things later. Algernon will see whatever else you would want to do. I don't know.
You head up top, and as you dust yourselves off, and it's time for confessions. Dun, 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 dun. All right, here we go. Boop.
I cannot believe that stupid pink mermaid bitch took me out so fast. I was not going to use Misty Step, but I really had to. It's bad enough I don't have my bats to go back to console, but at least it was one of my friends that won, so I guess that's pretty cool.
I can't believe that the professor is going to play favorites like that with Ayala. Like, it is so blatant. I mean, granted, yes, I am a warlock in training who wants unfathomable eldritch power and will be willing to betray people in order to get my ends, of course. But I mean, but that was just evil.
I don't like Minos. That's it. That's all I got.
You know, at the beginning, when Thekla was listing all the really great things that we could do and learn in the school, she did list taking vengeance from our enemies. I wonder if she accounted for her staff being a part of that list, because with all the skills I learn in here, there are a few people here that I miss my friends. They would help me beat them up.
Oh, yes. Well, school is tough. I still have dreams about being in school. And I'm like, wait, didn't I graduate like years ago? I still have flashbacks. It's true. Ayala seems to be doing well, though. Yeah. Maybe. We'll see what happens the next day.
I failed her.
No. I made it pretty far.
All right.
All of House Minos fails. Minus 10 points from House Minos.
You know what? 10 points is not. It doesn't.
No, you know what?
bad.
You actually get points. I forgot about that point. Your house gets points. I'll give you 20 points.
It's like golf, though. You want the least amount of points.
Yeah.
Say, are points good or bad?
Shh. Don't worry about that. You get 20 house points.
Well, the next day. All right. Bye, Professor. We're gonna take you out there. The next day, your class with Professor Chimera. You have been doing pretty badly, so he has some words for you. Let's see. Where is it? Here he is.
Very good, very good. 5 points to House Kenosis. That was an excellent explanation of how we do the Eldritch Blast and the Advanced Eldritch Blast. All right, class, go do the reading on page 383, and I will see you all tomorrow. Miss Ayala, stick around a moment if you would. Bye-bye. Bye, Draco. Yes, good work today. Miss Ayala, we all know you don't belong here. I know you want to belong, but you must admit you are way behind. Can't you do that? I mean, you have set just so many other warlocks on fire. Today. Not great. If you really think that you are cut out for this sort of thing, you're going to have to put in the work. You're really going to have to show me what you are made of. Do you think you can do this? Here's an extra credit assignment. I need you to go and get an artifact. Shh! We do not speak its name. Not during class hours. No. Only after hours. Go get it. Bring it to me. It glows. You'll know what I mean when you see it. The rest of your snarl can help you out, but you are to tell no one else about this. Do you understand? Do you? I thought you might. Bring it to me, in my office, and only during office hours. Tuesdays and Thursdays, between 2 and 4. I sometimes stick around a little bit longer. Sometimes till 4:30. Sometimes I arrive a little earlier. But, you know what? If I'm not there, just put it in my mailbox. In the faculty room. It'll be fine. No one tends to touch my mail. It's good. If you do this, maybe you can prove that you can stay. And I will give you an extra 5 points. Points are good. Oh, by the way, the artifact is from the committee. Shh. Tell no one. All right, get on with you. Get on with you. Go on. You young scamp. Do the reading. Do the reading. I hope she does the reading. There's some really good stuff on that page.
So, you see an image in your head of a small glowing idol. And the address. See a house in your head. This is 10 Harmony Street, the creepy garden district.
All right. Alderaan.
Yeah.
I need to talk to you about something. We need to find somewhere. Oh, Vesha, you too. Come on. We need to go talk about something.
Sounds intriguing.
Ooh, secrets. I love it.
All right.
You are on your way to your next class, of course. With your next class is with your house leader, Zebulon. So as you're walking to class, you have this conversation.
Is there anyone around?
I mean, nobody's really paying attention.
All right. Can I roll a stealth roll to talk stealthily?
Sure.
All right. Because I don't want word getting out that we're going to do crimes.
Only crimes if it's illegal.
We gotta do crime, y'all.
10?
Sure, you're super stealthy.
Can I aid her?
You could be like, keep it down. Sure, yeah, give it a shot. Yeah.
Ooh. 23.
Yes. Okay. She's like, oh my God. No one say anything. And you're like,
Oh, thanks. I have such big Dragonborn lungs. I mean, so do you. I guess you've learned better to control your volume. I'm still struggling with that.
There's a difference between hot and cool. You're hot. I'm cool.
You're also hot, though.
Oh
Anyway.
my goodness, stop it.
Listen, have either of you ever heard of the committee?
Have I heard of the committee?
oh, you have. Yeah.
Oh, yes.
Everyone in Magecroft has heard of the committee.
What kind of vibe do you think that the committee has? Because they always seemed kind of morally dubious, bordering on maybe kind of bad to me.
I mean, to be honest, kind of a don't F with us vibe.
What about you, Vesha?
I mean, I love mystery.
Right.
Are they mysterious? I don't actually know about the committee. What exactly is
They
the
kind of
committee?
are. They're what you know about them would be that they are a group that deals with finding the deepest, darkest arcane lore. They like sometimes you would imagine, and probably you have heard that Thekla and the committee occasionally will race to find the same artifact. And so perhaps there's a bit of a rivalry going on between the committee and Thekla's school and Thekla herself. Whereas, they found out that this thing exists and they've discovered that it's in this place, and they'll send squads of people after something. And
Yeah.
So yes.
Anybody who's that hard, like working that hard to get mysterious artifacts, I have respect for.
Well, good news then. Would you like to work hard with me to recover a mysterious artifact?
Oh my God, yes.
That sounds really interesting. Wait. Is this school sanctioned?
Maybe. And that's the part of it. Well, firstly, I'm not even sure what the rules are here, to be quite frank. There's a reason why I'm not doing well.
Algernon, this is way too awesome. You are going to have to chill about this, okay? Come on.
Hey, I don't want to get expelled again, that's all.
It's just a chance for me to not get expelled, hopefully, and stay here and maybe get some extra credit, which, extra credit is really good.
Oh, wait, this is extra credit?
Well, it is
No,
for me, at least. I'm not sure if everybody gets extra credit.
No, that's fine. If a professor told you to do this, then that's good by me.
But he also said not to mention it to anyone else. Like, maybe it is kind of shady.
Oh.
So, like, shady stealing, bad. Not getting expelled, good. I'm having a little bit of a moral,
You're speaking my language. Let's go.
All right.
Well, first you have to get to class, which, by the way, your next class is with Zebulon. So, you enter the classroom, you sit down, and everybody kind of, and it's a little like nobody's there yet. He's not there. He's usually on time. And there's his desk. Oh.
Everybody listen up. I'm gonna need you all to settle down. Professor Data, he can't be here today. He had some relatively serious injuries. He fell down a stairway into a pile of eldritch blasts. So I'm your substitute, Dr. Drakenfire. Listen, before we get started, I want y'all to know I'm a real wizard. All right, like I'm not like one of these warlocks. Okay, so I don't play. First of all, let me just write this. Hold on, this thing. You can just call me Dragonfire. Can be hard, so if you just want to say D. My friends call me Romulus, but all right, let's do roll call real quick.
Can I very stealthily cast message to Ayala?
Yes.
Oh my god. Do you think that the substitute teacher is kind of hot? Like just like a little bit, you know, in that like
brainy
kind of way. Like
I'm gonna turn and just give her a really sharp.
Brainy here.
What?
Visa.
I think the gray.
Visa Brienne is are you present? Visa.
Oh, yes. Hi.
All right, great.
I'm here.
The Bias Nisos. The Bias Nisos. Any Bias? No? All right. How about
wait, my name's Thebius?
I speak wizard. All right, so all right, I'm gonna mark you down. How about Lele T-Horn Estar?
It's Leela. It's Leela Thornstar.
All right. How about G-Rock Gatorade?
I don't even know which one you think that is.
G-Rock.
Do you mean rocks?
Yeah, whatever. I don't speak warlock, so I'm just trying to do my best. All right. All right, and let's see. Algiron Harpier.
Sorry, Professor. I don't mean to be rude or churlish, but it's Algernon.
Listen, I don't play, as I said, and I speak wizards, so it might be a little different. You don't have to make fun of me.
Well, I'm a wizard as well. Yes,
I'm trying to raise some dragons, and I need this job, so please calm down. All right, and then I also have, let's say, y'all Snow. Y'all Snow.
Ayala.
Oh yeah, there you go.
Romulus.
Listen, I can't fraternize with the students, miss. I can't have this job if they know that we're friends. All right, so just you're gonna have to play along.
Do you have office hours after class?
I do have office hours if you need to talk about anything. Like I said, I'm a real wizard, so I know a lot of things. I do magic. But magic. I do magic.
Oh, sorry.
Seriously, every time.
We're all just looking around at each other.
Give me a second.
It's not. I'm sorry. Did you say that you did
magic?
Magic?
Yes. Thank God. Oh my God. You're embarrassing me in front of my students, first of all. So listen, Professor Thotal, he left some worksheets for you to do on your desk. Try not to ask me questions if you get a chance, because I've got a lot of things on my mind. I'm trying to take care of. Like I said, I'm raising some dragons. I got this crazy kitten, and it's just a real lot of work. All right. So, anyway, yeah. You,
Professor. What was? Did you?
Professor at this school.
Oh, I'm sorry, Mr.
You can say
doctor.
That sounds more official.
What's that?
It sounds more official. You saying doctor. Doctor.
Okay.
You can call me Rom.
Rom, do you need someone to talk to about it? Like, you sound like you have a lot.
No, I'm good.
No, okay.
Thanks. I got a really sweet Minotaur love back home who's waiting for me, so she talks to me all the time.
Oh, of course.
Yeah. So I guess you all was talking about Eldritch Blast, right? In class? I don't know. I didn't really look at the lesson plan, but
that was what we were doing last time. Yes.
You there, Al? Can I call you Al?
Sure. Yeah.
Yeah. What do you want to show us? You want to demonstrate a little bit?
Sure.
Get in there, big guy. Let's see.
All right.
Everybody, back up. Give him space.
All right, come on, Algernon. Remember, these are Eldritch
You
fingers.
got this. You got this,
These
little
are
fella.
Eldritch fingers. These are Eldritch fingers. All right. I will find some part of the target. I will find some non-organic target and
Okay.
Eldritch Blast.
At this point, you've got Eldritch Blast. You can do it. There's a clay mug on the other side of the room. If you'd like to eldritchly blast it, go for it.
Well, heck yeah. You roll for it.
While we're doing that, I'd like to thank Louis for pledging. Yay, thanks, buddy.
Good job.
On our Patreon, which, by the way, you can pledge and support this wackiness on our Patreon page, patreon.com/nat21adventures. So thanks a lot, Louis. And by the way, check out Level Up with Louis. He does online adventure as well, where he just talks through an adventure. You get to join in no matter who you are, and you just roll along with his adventure. He's a great storyteller. So check it out, Level Up with Louis. So yes. Meanwhile, back to the action.
Wow, let's do it. Clay mug. That is a 12.
Seeing as its armor class is 10, you manage your it kind of you're like it's that thing where you're like almost, and then you're like with a flamethrower where you're like not exactly on target, but then eventually you get there and like okay, you blast it.
Let's hear it for Al. That was really good. Some positive reinforcement is I find always helpful in getting people to learn stuff. Now, Al, you said you was a wizard, right?
I used to be, yes.
Yeah, that's really, you can tell that that's like real magic. I'm real proud of you right now.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, no problem.
Thank you, Professor.
I'm just I'm not a professor at this school. I'm just a substitute.
Oh,
I give you a little celebrate. That's celebratory magic for your success. Yes, that's you. That's Visha.
So, if you're not a professor and you don't want us to call you professor, but you are a substitute teacher, do you want us to call you sub?
Sure, whatever. I don't matter to me. Makes you happy. I'm not going to know you after today, so it really don't matter to me.
It does make me happy. Thank you.
All right, great. I feel like maybe I'll get another job back here because the students is happy when I'm in class. Great. All right. What else was you working on?
So the awkwardness continues.
Yeah.
The class continues. You're I guess there's some ditto sheets maybe.
I think you have no idea, Visha, if you knew how things was back at my house, how true your statement is.
Can we watch a movie?
Yeah, we're going to watch this. We're going to watch this documentary on early warlocks in the Crystal Ball, from the early days of Magecroft, the history of the necropolis, and such.
All right, there's a weird old click movie where you're like, doot, and you have to turn the reel. Doot. Eventually, you get to the end of this class as it drags on and on.
Miss Snow, if you could meet me at my office after class, I'd like to talk to you about this assignment you handed in.
Of course.
Right.
Okay, honestly, how could he be angry at you? He's a substitute.
I'm not angry. I'm trying to give I do positive reinforcement. I find, listen, I'm raising dragon eggs, and I find that you get a lot more work with the carrot than with the stick.
Okay.
Listen, I know him. I'm kind of hoping that I'll be able to talk with him for a sec, and maybe he can help me with this Eldritch stuff, honestly, because if I succeed, that makes him look good. He'll get to keep his job. I'll get to stay in school.
Oh, okay.
When you talk to him, will you bring me up and just like gauge how it goes, you know?
Honey, behave.
I am not going to do that, but I think that you're so great.
All right, so class is over. What happens? You and Romulus go, or do you bring in the whole snarl? What's happening?
Actually, professor, would it be all right if
I'm not a professor. I'm just a substitute. You can call me Doctor or Dr. D or Rom.
all right, Rom, would it be all right if my friends here stick around?
Yeah, I mean, whatever. I'm just a sub. I don't really know. Yeah, that's fine.
Great.
Great. No, how'd you get here?
So, did you actually want to talk about?
He followed me from the lair. I couldn't get away from him. Leave me alone, you vicious. Anyway, go ahead.
So much.
He's horrific. He's a horrible animal.
I have not seen you in so long. How has dragon motherhood been treating you?
It's not bad, really. You know what I mean? I really, honestly, I got a lot more problem with the kitten than I do with the dragons. Like, they're pretty easy, you know? Like, he's taking my dice right now, and they're not for you. Just stop it. But
he's like a little cat without wings.
I was so excited when you was on my class list.
Well, I mean, I'm really excited and kind of confused to see you here, but
that's weird, right?
So, listen.
Yeah.
Between you, me, and my friends here.
Hey, I'm Romulus, by the way. You can call me Romulus. I'm sorry, I should have looked this way.
I am not doing super well.
I'm sorry.
In this school.
No.
And I was wondering if you might want to help me with some extra credit.
Oh, no.
Or help me with my Eldritch blasting or something.
That could have been a disaster. I'm just going to throw it out there. Yeah, I could. Listen, Ayala, listen close. Warlock stuff is easy. Like, yeah, I can help you with that. Like, no problem. Like, if you was a wizard school, you might have a hard time, but like Warlock school, okay, yeah. Make no mistake. Intelligence is my main thing. Everything else is my dump stat. So I got you on this. Yeah. What you having a problem? What you having a problem with?
Eldritch headbutts.
You know who could probably really help you with that is Gorgor. She's got a great headbutt. I mean,
that is a
like
great
enchantment.
Point.
Yeah, she's great. I mean, she's got a headbutt to no end.
Are we allowed to leave school grounds? What's
Oh, yeah.
You guys want to come crash at my place for a while? I got some really good stuff going on the mountain this time of year.
I mean, yes. Sure. Whatever you think.
That'd be great. You're gonna love Gorgor too. She's real nice.
I bet.
Yeah.
Have you ever heard of a place called 10 Harmony?
10 Harmony. Have I? Should I roll?
I mean, it's a street in the Creepy Garden District. Yeah.
I should probably roll anyway. Yes, I receive a, what is this, like history or?
It's just a knowledge check.
Knowledge check for knowledge. Well, I'm going to get a 11.
It sounds like a street in the Creepy Garden District.
Really, I'm sure we can find the address if we looked on the map of Magecroft.
I was just wondering if, if you knew of anything that I have to go there for some extra credit, You got
to be careful if you go into the Creepy Garden District. I can tell you that.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Can you tell me more things?
Can I?
Where's the school?
Oh, that's better. I got a 19 on that one.
Yeah.
What do I know about the Creepy Garden District?
It's full of vampires.
Vampires galore. It's a mess.
Yeah. It's like
we'll bring garlic.
Great.
Nice big mansions and vampires.
Like real well-to-do vampires. They got class.
Oh, all right. So instead of being like, I'm a scary vampire, I'm going to eat you, it's more like a classy vampire party vampire.
Yeah, like cravats and, like lisps and such. A lot of.
I can definitely talk to these people.
Yeah.
I've got this.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, I think it's great. You got to be careful if you're going down there, though. I hate to see something happen to you.
I mean, do you want to come with us?
Not really. I mean, I will. I feel like I haven't. Gorgor said I had to get out of the house. So, I mean, I guess I probably should. I can't. I don't know. I gotta be brave if I'm gonna be a dragon mom, I guess. You know, like what if somebody attacks the eggs? Yeah, you know what? I'll go. I'm doing this for you. I'm scared right now because you know I'm not a fan of violence.
I honestly, I'm just delighted. I did not really think that was going to work. I thought maybe you had some classes or something, but I'm really excited.
I'm not trying to change. You know what I mean? I got a whole horde. I don't really need this job. So.
Oh.
Gorgor said I had to get out. You know, because I've just been sitting in my slippers watching the crystal ball all the time, writing haikus. So.
She did say you should go on an adventure or something.
Yeah. All right.
So.
I don't suppose you've seen Kazoo or any of our other friends.
Just
lately.
in my crystal ball, she's fine.
You said that in a weird way.
I had something in my. I'm allergic to something in here.
You see, when people say they're fine or other people are fine, are you sure?
Are we ever sure of anything? Really?
He was not fine.
Listen, I think it's best they're carrying on with their lives. You should carry on with yours. You know what I mean? Like,
all right. Well, yeah. We'll talk more about this later. Maybe you can show me in your crystal ball when we're done with this other thing. But, no? Romulus, I thought you were cool.
Not helping, Ron.
I'm pretty cool.
Not helping.
I'm pretty cool. I'm just saying, you know.
All right. So you get to the end of the day of classes here, and what's the plan? It is across town. Let me see if I have the map of the city handy. Do I? Yes, I do. Boop. Creepy Garden District is in green, that light green there. You're a little bit northwest of that. Actually, very northwest of that. In that little area that's just below the reddish part, which is underneath the king's castle and all that jazz. That little part of town there. It's an old part of town. Used to be a whole different town. But this city is a couple thousand years old, actually. So that kind of shifts and turns. Like I said, you've learned from the history of this school that this building used to be its own little palace separate from the whole city, which used to be farther. And boop. And then eventually the city took over and moved out to where it was. So now it's in the center of the city. The Creepy Garden District, however, is a really nice place. It's creepy. It's just full of these really nice mansions that aren't defended very well. And by that, I mean, most places have a wall around them, or they're built in such a way that there's a courtyard in the center, but they don't have yards. They don't have lawns. But the Creepy Garden District, this is why it's creepy, is that they have lawns. Ooh. It's creepy. It's very strange to see a lawn or yard. That's just the weirdest thing ever. But it does have something to do with the fact that these are extremely powerful creatures who live forever and have a lot of money. So they have a lot of defenders of their properties and things like that. So, yeah, it's creepy. It's weird. They all live in one section of town that, pretty much, that's the homeowners association around there. It's a little bit of a hill, but nice yards and cute neighborhoods. The grass is not greener. The grass is not greener. It's creepy. Yes, lawns. So yeah, and weirdly, I mean, there are house numbers. This is
Did we start heading there?
Yeah.
I'm definitely, by the way, staying behind Ayala.
Okay.
One of the only reasons I'm doing this is because I know you can take some damage and deal it out. So I'm counting on you to remember who the wizards are. Me and that fella. You got to make sure we don't right, Al? Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So that's what the party would look like. The four of you,
Okay.
like that. So yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
And
So-
turn and like a little off to the side so we can like shoot over their shoulder, you know?
Right. Yeah. So just kind of like this, really. Yeah.
Actually,
Right.
perfect lineup.
Super. As featured in Creepy Homes and Garden.
Ooh, you know, even though this place is creepy and weird, I am so relieved to just have a break from being at SnogForts. I don't know how you feel.
Oh my god, I feel the same way, you know?
I feel the same way.
Yeah.
I to be completely honest, I actually feel uncomfortable when I'm outside of the halls of academia.
Feel a little the same, really, if I'm being honest.
All right. So all you have is the address. You head on over through the creepy garden district at night, I suspect.
Oh, wow. Is that a good choice? Can we go in the daytime? I mean,
Yeah, you can absolutely go in the
I think
daytime.
that's a much better decision.
All right. It's slightly less creepy, but I would say during the day.
This is
It's-
Ayala. This is like your gig, so I don't want to like impose, you know.
No, I am certainly open to suggestions. I think if we are there during the daytime, that is when vampire folks are asleep, or I'm not
Yeah.
really sure how vampires.
Yeah, but
work.
if we go during the daytime, then the sun is gonna be like on us.
Right, is that a problem, Vesha?
I'll bring an umbrella.
So I got a cloak. Can
Oh,
almost, like,
Vesha, you
sleep
fit
in it.
in perfectly in the creepy garden district. This is more
I know. I can't wait. I'm gonna take portraits while
Very-
I'm there.
during the day. It is more of the eerie garden district as opposed to creepy garden district, because there's like no one around. Just a couple of creatures that might be out doing the biddings of their masters. Perhaps maybe a djinn or something that's enthralled to some vampire that has to do some shopping or something. But really, it's eerily quiet, and there's just no one around. It's like every vampire movie you've ever seen.
They all sleeping.
And it's not so hard. You find Harmony Street, and you start you count the numbers. There. It's not hard to find. It's not hidden. It's right there. It's a gigantic mansion that, of course, you just passed this one building that is a humongous mansion that has a porch all the way around it, a colonnaded porch. You believe that's number 8. And then I guess the next one is number 10. And there it is, a lovely mansion, dark gray paint. You're not even really sure. And it's if you were to give it a era, let's call it like that Gothic Victorian style. That's got all the little spires. It's 3 stories tall in parts, and also has a nice, lovely balcony system and all that. It's got a low fence around it. I mean, you could literally walk right up to it. It's set back from the street a ways, and there are definitely creepy plants, trees, gigantic oak trees that all seem to be drooping downwards to give it that eerie, creepy effect. Everything. This is like perfect. Everything about it is just perfectly eerie and perfectly creepy.
I'm gonna need to stop and write some poetry about this.
Oh, I should write a haiku or two. You're great, Vesha. I like you. You're great.
I'm a little concerned about the fence.
She's great.
Ron, you like poetry?
I write haiku. It's like the laziest form of poetry.
That's still poetry. That's so fascinating. Maybe we'll have to have a session sometime where we trade poetry.
Yeah, that sounds great.
Awesome.
reminds me of hanging out with my mother.
Does your mother write haikus?
So Algernon, you're worried about the fence?
I am. It's low. It's a fence that anyone could get over, and anyone who has a fence that anyone can get over is clearly confident of what they'd be able to do to anybody who could get over their fence.
That's fair. That is a really good point.
That's why he's the thinker.
Ooh.
You know, this mansion is so huge. I kind of feel like, have you ever read about it or heard about it? Is this some kind of important place? You've read a lot of books.
It's funny you mentioned that. I was just a few nights ago reading the Happy Haunts of Magecroft, and like an entire chapter dedicated to the Creepy Garden District. So let me. So I will. Can I make like a history roll?
Absolutely. Please do.
Algernon, you have such useful hobbies. You're great.
While he's doing that, I want to point out that I don't think I could get over the wall.
You're the first person to ever actually say that to me.
Oh.
14.
Oh yeah. Yeah, you're like, wait a minute. Yeah, you definitely saw the house that's next door for sure. And then that one is a little bit bigger, a little bit more grandiose. They're all grandiose.
Mm-hmm.
The number 8 is like humongous, gigantic, colonnaded, beautiful. You're like, oh, I definitely saw that one. Mm-hmm. This one, not as big, but still in the notes there. That the person who lives here is part of the committee.
Okay.
And their name is Ixos Macedonia. And they are in charge of artifacts and acquisitions.
Well, there's a very decent chance that we're not going to find just one artifact in there.
Oh, wow.
All right. Well, the professor did say to look for a glowing artifact, and he said that we would know it when we saw it.
Did he, is there... did he give you any kind of something, a letter of introduction or something for us to walk up to this house? Like, it's in this house?
It seems that way. That's why, well, I have a feeling that we're not really welcome to take this particular object.
Are we walking up to the front door and introducing ourselves? Is that what we're going to do?
I think that we should find a exclusive entrance.
Okay.
That's a great way to put it.
I have a suggestion if that is our plan.
I'm trying really hard to not do crimes.
Okay, well, I guess this is kind of a crime, but I'm pretty good at forging documents, so I could present a letter of introduction for us to whoever owns this committee house, which we know more about because of Algernon. Thank you.
Well, if you were going to forge a document that would make a letter that would make the committee person let you in, we could be from the Creepy Homeowners Association.
Ooh.
Yes, because then they'll be like on their toes, walking around on eggshells around us.
Everyone fears the Homeowners Association.
That would make it so much easier.
Algernon, that's brilliant.
Yes.
That's buddy.
Okay, I'm gonna forge a letter of presentation that says that we are from the Creepy Homeowners Association, saying that we are coming in to what is it when you make sure everything's up to standards? Yeah.
Check
code violations and whatnot.
Are you doing it? Are you doing it right out in the open? Like where maybe somebody could see you writing it like from a window? Maybe we should like
I don't do anything right out in the open.
Oh, good thinking. I think that'd be kind of funny though if we were like
the ink's still wet. Yeah, I mean, there's little spots, of course, that you can. There's all sorts of little, like mini shrines that are built up in the corners of the streets so you can easily like jot down a little, take a little break. Go ahead and give me a roll.
Okay, so I don't know what I add to that because like for my background, I have the ability to forge documents. I don't know how to add anything to that.
I believe it's your sleight of hand.
Okay.
And if you have your equipment, you get like, if you have the forging equipment, I think you get your proficiency bonus.
Deception.
No, it would just be sleight of hand, I think. Or, well, no, because deception is like you physically doing it. Let's go with sleight of hand to get it right, if that works. Deception would be like waving it in their face if it's not that good, and saying this is really real, and then them going, oh, okay, and buying it. So that would be all right. So and John Van Fleet has thrown down an auto success.
Nice.
Thank you, John Van Fleet.
And so you actually just remembered that you were like, wait, you saw a note on someone else's door that was from the HOA. You ran back, yoinked the note, and was able to copy like the actual heading and all of the everything from the note. Aha! And you ran back. There it is. So what does it say exactly, more or less? What is the point of it? Just an introduction that you're searching for violations?
It's the kind of thing that like if the health inspector showed up, they would say, this is who we are and this is what we're here to look for, and we just need to make sure everything's up to code. It's got a lovely seal of approval on it.
Pesha, say it was an anonymous tip from someone else in the neighborhood.
Ooh, that's spicy.
Oh, yes.
Oh, they're
they'll
always
be
doing
thinking about who it was the whole time that we're there rooting around doing whatever we want. Yeah.
You know, I'll turn on every now and then. I forget that you have a bad streak, but then you do things like betrayal, handshake people, and stir up chaos in upper class neighborhoods, and then I remember.
No, I'm completely evil. You know, just not like evil.
You're not like Kazoo, but I mean, you dabble.
Yeah.
My respect for you has gone up so high because you present like such a nerd, but like I see what you have really going on underneath. That's good. I love disguises.
Not like proponent of laissez-faire economics evil, but no.
Yeah.
All right, so you get it, you write it up, you roll it up, seal it with a kiss.
While she's doing the writing, can I cast a little something?
Sure.
Do a little magic. So what I'm going to cast as I do magic is I'm going to actually... Can I see like a window on the house?
Oh, yeah, there's plenty of windows.
I'm going to cast clairvoyance.
Okay.
On the window, so like I could be over there like looking in.
Okay.
And I want to see if I can see anybody inside. You know, is that how many floors is this place?
Most of it is 2 stories, but there are 3-story towers.
All right. I think maybe just like the main, like one of the windows on the front. If I can look at, and I'll just do this and kind of check around while she's writing her note. So what do I see inside?
What is the range of clairvoyance?
Oh, I don't know.
It's probably good enough to see. There's one person inside who looks a little frazzled and is going about sweeping and cleaning.
1 mile.
1 mile?
That's the range. Well, look, all it is it's a spot, and it's like I'm looking in that spot.
Gotcha.
So I can just see in the window, and I can do it because I can see the window from here.
Right.
Otherwise, it'd have to be a place that I know. But
right. So as if you're looking through the window.
Yeah. So it's just like I'm standing there looking through the window. I mean, they can't see me, but that's what.
Right. All right. You do see a guy kind of running through the house. He's a bit frazzled and a bit frantic, occasionally cleaning things, setting up flowers and arranging plates and things like that. And in one of the main rooms, just off to the left-hand side, is a nice, lovely, very well-decorated fireplace. And sitting on the center of the mantle is the idol.
Ooh.
Glowing
Is
green.
it glowing or anything? Because I don't think I
Wait.
know what it looks like, right?
It is glowing.
All right.
Oh.
Is that guy saying anything?
Not to anybody in particular, but he is just wandering around. Like he occasionally he's like, "Oh, I have to clean the silver before Master awakes." And he,
I can. If I want to hear him, I have to switch.
Okay. Well,
Yeah.
no, he's not really saying anything important. Also, on the floor there, you're like, "Ooh, nice." And then you see like a big bearskin rug, but then you realize it's not actually a bearskin rug, and you realize it's not 1, not 2, not 3, not 5, but 6 very large dogs that seem to be breathing out fire, and
So
they're all asleep.
Can I do a knowledge arcana to see if I know what they are?
Sure.
All right. I got a 16.
Hellhounds.
Yeah, they're hellhounds. All right. All right. What did the guy look like? I'm gonna say, guy looked like this. Go ahead.
He just looked like a very frazzled guy who kind of looked like me.
Servant. And listen, Ayala, I think I saw the idol that you're looking for. It's on the mantelpiece, but there's 4 hellhounds in there.
All right. All
That's
right.
not good.
Well,
Did you hear him? I heard that.
I heard that.
Anyway, so I'll fill in my group. Yeah, this guy's frazzled. It looks like something's going on, but the idol, it was glowing. I think it's what you're talking about. It looked like a cat with like a hand like this.
Yes,
And
that's
it's
it.
glowing.
That is what we want.
Yeah, and it like but I worry about the hellhound situation.
Well, I can maybe use some druid magic. I've never worked with hellhounds before, but I imagine that they still speak like other animals. Maybe I can relate to them from like a fire kind of perspective. Maybe. It's worth a try, maybe. Or maybe they'll just stay
we can
asleep.
try it. You know what I mean? I'm gonna stand back.
That would be the best case scenario.
You know what, maybe wait, of course you're a druid. You can speak with animals.
Yes.
I mean, even if so it's possible that hellhounds might speak the animal version of infernal, but I just so happen to know infernal.
Listen, see, that's why.
Oh wow, I can't wait to hear Ayala talk to these hellhounds, then try to repronounce what they said to you, Algernon, and then you say what that means. I want that to happen.
How intricate the language
too.
is infernal? Like, is there a lot of margin for error here? Is this like I try to say chair and instead I say something like really naughty?
Oh, it's not that exact a language. There's usually a lot of like flame and heat involved to sort of emphasize words.
All right, I can do that.
I mean, they are dogs. They're not, the smartest things. Maybe I don't
Right,
know.
so it should be pretty simple. Listen, I know that I haven't been doing well in Warlock school, guys, but like Druid stuff is totally my thing.
I've never seen you do Druid stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, you did see me turn into a bear. I really love turning into a bear.
Listen, Ayala, just so you know, like doing well in Warlock school isn't like necessarily something to be proud of.
All right. I mean,
It's like,
yeah, it does seem kind of
Don't beat
shady.
yourself up.
All right, so what do you do?
No. Yeah.
We march up to the front door, I guess.
All right, and who is presenting this letter? Who's
Not me,
knocking on
no.
the door? Or-
I vote for Vesha because she seems like she would really fit in here. And also she has that like ice queen kind of demeanor.
I second that.
It's not the first time I've been called Ice Queen before. Thank you so much, Ayala.
I'm
Aw.
saying it lovingly. I don't know how the other person said it, but I like what you have going on. So
Me too.
Okay.
All right, you knock on the door. You hear a bit of like, and then a few latches. Door opens. Yes.
It's that time again.
What is this? The HOA.
That's right.
What do they want?
Oh, just to know that you're keeping up the standards of creepiness and grotesque and everything that everyone around you expects you to be able to uphold.
Give me a deception roll.
You got this.
18.
Yeah.
Nice. Well, come in.
Yes, we will come in.
Try not to wake the hounds. And he opens the door and lets you in. Very, very confused. Do all of
I'll
you go
take
in?
that back, thank you.
Okay.
I'm staying real close to the door.
I come at a point. I'm making a point to expect paint colors.
Okay. Oh. All right. Yeah, you see a main entry hall, staircase that goes straight up. There's a large room off to the right, a hallway straight back, and a nice sized room off to the left, which indeed is littered with hellhounds. And you're like, geez, they're big. Like they're really big, and they're all just sleeping like and
Are you breeding these?
Well, me? Well, I mean, we seem to collect them. They kind of find us.
Okay, all right. I couldn't help but notice a significant lack of cobwebs in this room.
Cobwebs?
I assume you have more in other rooms?
No, certainly. But we just swept the cobwebs out for the new holiday.
You got to make sure you're not running an illegal hellhound mill here, sir.
Well, I mean, but they come to us.
All right.
We're not. What do you do?
Hellhound mills are awful.
Yeah, terrible. Like, the spinning of the dogs, I don't understand that at all. I don't know what kind of power they generate.
Is it just him who appears to be home right now?
Yeah, there's not a sound in the house aside from the snoring dogs.
Okay.
Where are we in relation to the mantle room?
Oh, it's the room is only like it's a large size room. It's about 25 feet from where you are standing in the main entry hall to the other side of the room, which is where the mantle is. And in between you are 6 sleepy hellhounds.
Do you want me to make him go? I'm gonna lean in. Who am I close to? I'm in the back. I'm not. I want to be able to close the door between me and hellhounds if I have to.
It is actually a big archway. It's not a door.
Oh,
so,
that's
now there is another door in the room off to the left-hand side, which would lead back to the main hallway. So you're like, it's just a room, opening, and then there is a door off on the right-hand side.
I see.
Can I cast?
I want to.
Go ahead.
Oh, I was going to say I want to divert him to a different part of the house, but I don't want to choose anybody to send them out of this room. I don't know.
I'm gonna cast a spell.
Okay.
I'm gonna cast suggestion.
Okay.
And I'm gonna say, go get us some drinks.
Okay.
In the far kitchen.
The far kitchen. Oh man. He's like, yes, for my master. And he goes straight down the hallway.
That's magic.
I'm gonna.
You don't have to right now. Don't give us away. I can't control it.
I would like to cast detect magic to see if there's any kind of like magical traps or anything around, like the idol.
Yeah, the mantle is magic. The 2 gargoyles that are up on the top corners are magic. The idol is magic. The shield on the wall is magic. Yeah. There's no traps on the floor. There just seems to be very large dogs.
He's coming back soon, guys. He's coming back soon.
Yeah, so literally everything in this room is magical, so I can't necessarily tell if it's trapped or not, or whether that's just like a magic mantle, you know.
Can I look for non-magical traps?
Sure. Beware, because
On the mantle around the thing.
you'll have to get around the dogs.
I am going to stealth past the dogs.
Just grab it. Let's get out of here. He's coming back soon. I don't want to get caught here.
And I have a 22.
Nice. You stealthily can get the the dog kind of in his sleep, and you're like, oh, and then oh, and Zalani throws you the auto success as well, so you get to the mantle.
Okay, now I want to see if I can just take it or if I need like a bag of sand to put in its place.
So tell you what, if you there would be a investigation to see if there's some sort of trap in the thing or whatever. Take all the magic and run, says Reverend Tommy.
I got a 5.
You are fairly certain that there are no traps connected to this, no mechanical ones, nothing, no hidden, if you not on the bottom of the thing or whatever. So sure, just grab it, it'll be fine.
Ayala, this is the thing, right?
I mean, I'm pretty sure that's the thing. It's the yes.
It looks like a cat. It's glowing. Okay, I'm gonna grab it.
All right. Nothing happens.
All right.
Get out of here.
I'm gonna tuck it in my cloak.
Okay. Yoink. Would you like to stealthily get back?
I would
All
like
right.
to find
Zalani's throwing you advantage, so make it count.
And the dogs are in another room.
No, they're in that room. She's literally stepping over the hellhounds.
17.
All right. So you get just to the other side of them. You're all in the entryway, and you hear one of the dogs like, must have felt you, kind of in his sleep, like hit one of the other dogs, and that dog wakes up and looks around and lets out a bark.
Run!
Seeing all of you there, and flames kind of cut out of his mouth, and just then the guy's coming back with the trays, and he's like, what? What do you do? Romulus, you're running?
I'm not leaving Ayala. I want to, but I'm not.
I mean, you're all in the main room, so
Does this count as a maze?
Yeah, I was gonna say, I feel confused about the rooms we're in.
For no other reason than just for all of us to Misty step away and Romulus to be
Romulus there.
This is the worst adventure ever. Bad idea, Gorgor.
This would not be considered a maze. Maybe the garden in the back of the house would be considered a little maze-like, but nope. Technically, these 3 rooms not really a maze. So, like what a bunch of warlock students would do. All right, so I mean, you're there at the door. You just tear out of there. What do you do?
Did you there at the door? So there is there a door that can be closed?
No, well, just the front door.
Yeah.
How far are we from the front door?
I mean, you're like 5 feet. You haven't gone anywhere. You're just like you've been standing there in the room. So
Let's get out of here.
Let's choose
Let's
it.
go. Let's go.
Ah!
I'm going to cast Arcane Lock on the door as we go through it, so we can like lock it behind us.
Oh, nice. All right.
We-
You like slap it on there, and you hear the dog. You hear the skittering of their claws against the wood floor as they slam against the door, and flames shoot out of the little mail slot. And you cheese it out of there as fast as you can.
felt so alive.
You make it to the street. You're running down the sidewalk. The door finally gets unlatched, and you see them pile out. You're about half a block away by this point because you are just tearing out as fast as you can. Romulus,
Yeah.
I hope you have something other than legs to get out with. What do you do?
Wait, what?
I said I hope you have something other than what's your strength?
That's one of my dump stats.
That's what I'm saying. Your
I got
athletics check is
7.
probably pretty bad.
Yeah. I'm gonna cast wait, is everybody's running with me, right?
Yeah.
Nobody else is magicking their way out, right? Yeah, I'm
Nope.
just gonna, Oh no. I should have listened to Augustus.
Cardio.
Cardio.
You know what I'm gonna do actually? I'm gonna cast gaseous form on myself.
Oh.
And I'm gonna say I'll meet you back at the school. And I'm gonna like go into like a little hidey hole and like kind of just go away as a gaseous mist. And I'll meet him back. I'll rendezvous back at the classroom.
Did he step away from us?
You did a different
That
type of
looks
Misty Step.
different from Misty Step.
I'm a wizard.
I'm a wizard.
You know,
all right.
now it's
the
making
rest-
more sense how he was able to bamboozle his way into being a substitute teacher.
So the rest of you, you're
that
like I said, you're about half a block away. Anything that you want to try to do to evade these hellhounds that are all now running through the street?
I'm gonna cast disguise.
Okay. Algernon.
Should we split up? We should split up, right?
I split up. I'm sorry. I didn't ask first. I just did.
Just did it.
See, I told you should have let me just talk to them.
Oh, I forgot about that part.
Right? All right. I'm going to whirl around and I'm going to try to talk to the hellhounds.
Okay.
I'm going to fire breathe to get their attention and like hopefully get them to stop running at me real quick.
All right. You turn around and they kind of like they pull up short and they're like, "Mer?"
All right. So now I will use my speak with animals. Hey guys, where are we
hello?
running to? We love to run. You want to run together?
Sure, why not?
All right. So we're all friends running together. I'm thinking about Kazoo and how she always gets everybody to be friends. We're all friends and we're just going to run together like friend dogs do.
Like running friends.
Yes.
Like a pack.
Yes, we are a
friend.
pack and we are going to all run together.
Okay.
I am so glad I split off from the group if they're going to do some running. Oh my God. I made the best choice of my gaming career.
Running with the hounds. All right. So Vesha and what do you do? Ayala,
I
you
guess-
just take off to the.
I'm going to turn to my friends and tell them we're all a pack and we're all running together.
Oh! Yay!
We're running.
Let's run.
So you go a block. You go. You're like.
And
they
if,
just.
and if we pass anyone, I'm just going to yell that this is the new festival, Running with Hellhounds.
The running of the hellhounds.
Running of hell.
And I really want this to catch on. So any role that I have to do to like convince people that this is a thing, I want to do that.
All right, you pass probably one or two people on the street. Like I said, it's the middle of the day, so nobody's out and about in the Creepy Garden District at this time. But there are two people there, so give me a persuasion roll.
Yes.
She's like Rocky. By the time she gets back to the steps, there's going to be this whole group of people.
Oh, I see an auto success.
Auto success. Nice. They're like, okay, is that a new thing? I guess it is. And I guess we have to plan for that. Jeez, another party. As you run by them, you hear them like, oh my God, bro, how much are we gonna have to spend on that party? Jeez.
Somewhere in the distance, Echo goes,
I invite people to run with us.
Oh, nice. Oh, Reverend Tommy throws down the crit. And the other two people, as you are nearing the edge of the creepy garden district, they join in. And they do. The Reverend Tommy threw down. Somebody's got their. They were just coming from the store, but they're like, "Yeah, that sounds great, woo!" And they're like, "Yeah."
It's not Rocky, it's Forrest Gump.
You get near the edge of the creepy garden district, and the hounds kind of slow down, and they say, "We must get back. We must go." And
All right.
I said, "Thank you for running with us. That was fun."
You looked like you needed to go out, so we'll run with each other again in the future.
Excellent.
You're all good boys.
Oh, go.
And I'll pet them because I am resistant to fire, so I'm gonna give them pets.
Oh, there you go. Yeah. All right. All right. Well, I'm gonna put that in my notes for the next time you come back to that house. If you do, you definitely have an advantage there. So, all right, befriended by hellhounds.
Yay!
Ayala, did we just win because you made friends?
It's crazy the things you learn outside of Warlock School and Wizard School and all those other schools.
Wow.
Yeah,
That was pretty brilliant.
I mean, also like our friendship kind of was a part of that winning equation as well. Ding.
I mean, I really thought that like our friendship was just like a status play in this whole school thing, but now I'm starting to understand what you mean about like actual friendship.
Aw,
guys.
Are we learning about friendship here in Dungeons and Dragons land?
I feel like we're all becoming worse warlocks, but better people.
That's totally going on a t-shirt.
Now, there's a song that my friend wrote about this. It
I think I'm
goes,
gonna start to reconsider.
We're best friends. Some words about friendship. Friends are great. We're gonna do stuff and it's gonna be successful. Best friends.
Okay, remember when I wasn't in favor of being a dance team? I'm less in favor of us being in a musical.
Yo, can we have a musical episode?
Yeah, where's the Glee Club? We get the right people. We are going to do Battle of the Bands later this year. So, yeah, it's going to be all music all the time. Battle of the Blams? Battle of the Bands. Yes, it's going to be for reals. You make it back to the school. And there's Romulus, yes.
No. I make it back much later.
Okay.
I only move 10 feet per round after the gaseous thing, and I'm going to take my time.
All right.
I'm going to like saunter back.
You might want to get your stuff because gaseous form, don't you drop all your objects and then you just
No, you just turn gaseous and you just kind of float around with your things and
all right. You make it back to the school.
Definitely need a nap. Reverend Tommy's right about that.
And so you bring the object to Professor Chimera? No?
No. Before any of that, I would like to cast Identify on it.
Okay. So
do I roll for that?
Well, yeah. I mean, there's a bit of the level of the spells that are on it. You can tell that there are demons inside of it, and yeah, I guess it's time. So you hear the name of one of these demons, and it is Hexor. Dun dun dun! Full circle, baby. Full circle.
Vesha doesn't know anything about this, so
I
I'm
know.
not.
Neither does
reacting.
Ayala.
I do. I read haikus about this stuff. You're dark and you're wrong as a person, Paulo Garbanzo.
Yes. So you're like, oh, one of the demons' names is Hexor. Oh, interesting. That's the only one that you can figure out, though. But you know, inside of this idol, there are several other demons.
Would Hexor be would like a knowledge history or knowledge arcana help identify like is Hexor a name some of us have heard before?
You can try. Yeah. I mean, it wouldn't be famous, not that famous, but go for it.
I am containing myself so hard right now.
I only got a 12, so
Yeah. You know, that style of names, like there's a series of demons lesser known. That sounds like one of those guys, but you wouldn't really know anything necessarily about that particular type of demon. Sadly, no. All right. So, yeah. So you're sitting in the dorm room. You're like, there's demons inside this thing. Whoa.
Hexor, that name sounds dumb. Whatever.
The waving arms of the cat.
Well, I'm gonna hand it to Ayala. So Professor Cookie Monster wanted this.
Yes.
So, what day of the week is it? Is it his office hours time, or do I have to go to the mailbox in the teacher's lounge? Like, what's the situation?
Yeah, I guess, you know what? It is during the day. So, I mean, if you'd like, you could either drop it off during his office hours or just put it in his mailbox. It's fine.
Listen, if this thing is full of demons, I would feel much better if we just deliver it straight into the professor's hands.
Okay.
I don't want to leave it somewhere shady where somebody could get their hands on it.
Great. All right. So there he is, Professor Cookie Monster.
So, Professor, just a couple clarifying terms. You said that it was 5 bonus points.
Yes.
Considering that you sent us to a creepy garden place and we had to bamboozle some guy and start a festival, do you think that we could get some more points? Also, do I just get points or can my friends also get points?
Oh, I believe the whole house will get some points for this. Oh, yes. Yes.
But this is also extra credit that's going to affect my personal grade, right?
Absolutely.
All right. Yeah, I mean, can I ask just why you want this? What's so special about this?
Well, it's been going back and forth, being stolen every year or so. The committee members, they do love their demons, but it was ours originally. They stole it. We stole it back. We used it. They stole it. We stole it back. They stole it again. Blah, blah, blah. It kind of goes back and forth.
All right, so this is just a harmless little organization feud, warring schools, stealing each other's mascots, that kind of thing?
Absolutely.
All right.
That makes you feel better. Yes, that's exactly what it is.
Well, I mean, I don't want to just feel better. I also want to know that this is not a thing that's going to release demons and Magecroft or some kind of shady
it certainly will. That's its job.
But you're not going to use it for that, right?
Yeah, that's what it does. It just releases, and then we use the demon, and then the demon goes around, does some stuff, and then then we get it.
I mean, Ayala, I gotta be honest, releasing demons is sort of our thing. We are warlocks.
I feel like if that's the case, then we should get so much more extra credit. All
right, 6 points for House Minos.
Out of how many points? What kind of grading curve is this?
It's all very arbitrary. Sometimes it's 1,000 points, and then you're like, how does that even work? You can't just give 100 points to Gryffindor and then be like, what out of what 1,000 out of 2,000 doesn't even mean anything. It's like inflation.
Have you ever seen Whose Line Is It Anyway?
All right. Okay. I really want to succeed at Warlock School. Just take it.
Don't
I'm
worry.
sure my friends will deal with whatever mess happens to happen.
Everything you've done thus far is just going to be just great. Just great. That's right. Boop. Boop. Now get out of my office.
All right, bye.
He boots
Look,
you out.
guys, we did our first adventure
Can I
together.
catch up? Can I catch up with him?
Yes.
All right. Hey, Ayala, it was great to see you.
It was great to see you, Romulus. Could you do me a little favor?
Sure.
If you happen to see any of our friends, could you maybe warn them that there's an idol full of demons that may or may not be released on the city? I just want them to have a little bit of a heads up.
Yeah, I can. If I remember, I'll let them know. Hey, also, what is Vesha? Vesha?
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
I'm not supposed to fraternize with the students, so I quit my job, and I'm going to have a poetry slam at my place in next week. If you want to come up, I told Gordon
definitely do.
Well, yeah, now that you're making friends, you know you can come home and maybe like relax some more. So I'm going to have a poetry slam. I'll send you the invite. But good luck with Warlock School, everybody.
Thanks.
You too,
That
Al.
sounds
Al,
great.
it's great to meet you too. You're doing great.
All right. Do you head out?
Yeah, I'll head out. I'm gonna head home. I'm gonna go get some naps and rest.
All right. He walks off. As Romulus walks off, Lila, one of the other students in your snarl, comes up. She's like, "Oh my gosh, everybody! Hey, so I heard something about the head of our house. He was attacked by some of the other warlocks, and I think something's going on, something weird, and I don't know. I think maybe Dr. Chimera and Professor Chimera and the martial arts teacher. I think they're trying to overthrow Thekla. I don't know. I heard them all talking. That Falco jerkwad. They were all like in on it and stuff. I was just eating my lunch and I just heard them. Do you know anything about that? Like,
no, we have been studying really hard for the last few hours.
Very, very hard.
oh man. Okay. Well, I sure hope it works out. And she takes off. And she's like, I'll be in my dorm if you find out anything, because I'm gonna get ready to, like, guns out. She like yeah, and that's when, as you're kind of like going back to your dorm for the school day's over, and yeah, you certainly hear the rumblings of several wizards, several warlocks. You're like, the dorms are up second floor. First floor, there's a bunch of classrooms, and then of course there's the maze down below. There's definitely some action happening. Warlocks are attacking each other, and you've just made it back to your dorm, and of course that's when what's his face, Kendall comes in. He's like, we all have a serious problem. I believe that House Theseus is trying to actually take over the school. And as you stand there in your dorm, you hear the howls of demons and warlocks getting eldritchly blasted, and that's where we're gonna end it tonight.
Oh man.
So while that burning building is going off in the distance, you'll know that.
I mean, plus side though, extra credit.
Extra credit.
There we go. We have our priorities straight.
So there's
paid
going
a
to be a
lot for
part
this
2,
education.
right?
Maybe.
Is there going to be a part 2 to this? Because I want to know what happens.
We might have a little part 2, like maybe in a couple of weeks. So yeah, we'll find out. But yes, so we will continue the adventures of Ayala and see what happens, which may intersect even more so with the rest of our players on Tuesday nights. So little extra knowledges will be back and forth as we continue to play. So I really hope that everyone had a great time watching the show. Thanks everybody for being here and being in our show. Well, of course, Arthur for coming back and playing our other student. So, and Romulus, there he is. There's Romulus.
It was the poetry slam.
Poetry slam at 8 o'clock, everybody. We are going to do the haiku wrap up. So we are going to take a quick break and be right back here at 8 p.m. For our next adventure. Thanks a lot for sticking out, my friends. If you enjoyed the show, you can come with us on Patreon. There's all sorts of cool things that we do on Patreon. You get monsters, you get maps, you get bonus materials every month. You get extra, all sorts of extra things that we extra things. They're there. Check out our Patreon, Patreon.com/Nat21Adventures. And that's right. We have our nice, our full-on game is on Tuesday nights. And we have so many other things coming up. Check out our website. We've got merch. We've got all sorts of things, everybody. So we have coming up on Thursday night, we have our murder mystery. It's an online murder mystery game that is with the New Jersey Renaissance Fair. So you can get tickets at njfair.com. Solve the mystery of the murder. I think I'm the one who gets murdered again. So that's right. And next week we have the Grand Patreon Saints game where our players who are at our top level of our Patreon play a game in the same world, which, by the way, they're 3 dimensions away from the prime material plane, but they are technically in the same universe, and they're going to try to get their way back. They just keep getting farther from home every time. Well, we sure hope you've had a great time, my friends, and this is the Nat21 Adventures Sunday SideQuest. Remember, when a natural 20 just won't do, you need a Nat 21.
I got one.
Oh, we'll wait. There we go.
go.
And I'm in the wrong thing. Hang on, wait. So roll that beautiful bean footage.
Adventures waiting further down the road. Let's go. Lie, da, 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 da. Lie, da, 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 da. Lie, da, da, da,